cover up with the 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes for the doubts, and then we'll go to the lecture.
Yes, sir.
Start one by one.
Sir, in assignment 1, there was a question that we have to
Mhm,
give examples of arithmetic and logical unit. But,
mhm.
sir, there were only examples were of the arithmetic or logical operations which the unit can perform instead of the unit examples.
Okay. So arithmetic and logic unit is found where?
Sir, in CPU.
In CPU. So CP. So can you give a name of some CPU vendors?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then,
Okay, sir.
It
Sorry.
is an
all right.
Intel,
Hmm.
Exactly.
Okay, sir.
but you specifically asked for the. Okay, so we just have to name the CPUs, right? And for what for the
Exactly,
Dex?
because these are the components of CPU, and it's not like that some vendor designs arithmetic logic unit, some other design the control unit. It's not like that. Either Intel develop all the thing or not. Okay, so
Okay.
these I processor, I series, i3, i5, i7, all are like Intel based processors only, based on their different cores and the functionality and cooperation between the cores. The speed depends on the cores. So everything is based on the processors, and therefore you have to name the processors itself.
Okay, sir. And sir, can you please explain again how to upload the assignment to? Many students were getting confused, like how are we supposed to upload the zip file? Are we supposed to like source code plus the screenshot of our Word file or
For
what?
from second lecture, not for the first lecture.
Yes, sir.
From the second lecture, that .c file and the screenshot. Zip
Okay, sir.
into a single file and go to your assignment section and upload the file.
Okay, sir. And
And yeah,
yeah.
few of you are not added in the assignment because at that time those students were not the part of the group, they were added afterwards. So if I delete the assignment and recreate the assignment, everyone's assignment will be deleted,
Mhm.
and that I don't want to do.
Okay,
So
sir.
from now onwards, when assignments are added, all those which are present now will be the part.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah.
Legal.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Simranpreet.
Sir,
Anyone else? Yeah.
sir, in first assignment you told us to make a Linux bootable pen drive. So what we have to submit?
No,
The
nothing.
screenshot?
No, nothing for that.
Because that
That
will
is
use
not a
for
submittable.
future purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for the future purpose.
And so when we switch to Linux,
Mhm.
then it takes a lot of time to open.
No,
So it
update
keeps
it
checking
probably.
files.
No. You haven't updated your Linux machine. You need to update it. Okay, so once you update 1 or 2 times, booting will be very fast.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else from
Hello, sir.
anyone? Yeah.
Sir, I have downloaded the Visual Code Studio and I have wrote the code. And when I run the program, it shows cannot open source file studio.h. What is the reason for this, sir?
That you need to search. You have decided to use Visual Studio. Okay, so it's up to you how you make that Visual Studio run. Okay, so regarding the how to use the softwares, install softwares, I'm not responsible. Okay, so try to install, take a look on internet. Usually this Stack Overflow is a website which helps a lot in such situations.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Speak.
Sir, you didn't add me in the assignment section, so I couldn't access my assignment. And how do I upload? Yes, sir.
I already wrote it there. You just see what I have written.
Yes, sir. I see it. After I uploaded assignment, I couldn't delete.
Yeah, once you upload it, how can you delete it?
Sir, I uploaded the assignment wrong. With wrong
It's
number.
your no, then it's not my problem, no. Whatever you do, see, it's uploading assignment is not like you just freely upload anything and do afterwards anything. The same will happen when you will have your mid semesters or end semester in this semester.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have only one time choice. And we don't give very easy questions on the assignment which can be easily found on internet. You have to use your logic, everyone. This is not to one person. So be skillful. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I have one question that how do you mark an assignment like all if the program is running, we'll get full marks or
Exactly.
do ठीक है. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Assignments are not very hard, those like things that you have to do like that, and your assignment must be different from other students. No, it's not like that. So it's totally up to you. If you cheat, it's your loss, not mine. So until your program is working fine, actually I don't evaluate. TAs used to evaluate these things. So they just check your program. If it is running fine, you'll get the full marks, no issue.
Okay, sir.
So can we upload it in a PDF form or does it have to be in zip file only?
No, the running programs need to be submitted in a .c file only.
No,
How
sir, I
someone
mean the
else will run your
assignment.
program?
I meant assignments, sir.
Exactly. Only first assignment is the writing one. All other assignments from lecture 2 till the lecture 28 or 27, which is the last lecture, of everything will be in the .c file only. Because everything will be a write a program to do this, write a program to do that. That's it.
No, sir, I meant the screenshots. Like, should
Yes.
we
So
put them
once
in a
you run
zip
it,
file or a
on your screen, take a screenshot, put your program. So if it is 5 programs dot like 1.c, 2.c, 3.c, or lecture 1 program 1.c, L1 P1, L1 P2. So lecture 1 program 2, or if it is a lecture of week 5, so L5 program 1, so L5 P1.c. So something like that, you name the file, and the same name you will give to the screenshot, so that person who's matching the TA should not feel any difficulty. Because if he finds difficulty in finding some things, he may or she may think that okay, you didn't do it, and he or she will cut your marks. Other student who have submitted it in a proper rate format, like program 1 and then the screenshot 1, program 2, something which is very meaningful. If you submit like that, they can easily find it, and once they easily find it, they'll give you the full marks, no problem.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
should we
and the
start today's
screenshot
lecture?
can be in any format. That is
Yeah,
JPG.
that should only be visible.
Sir, in
Okay.
assignment 1, do we have to submit without last question on Fibonacci sequence?
Pardon?
So in assignment 1, there is a last slide on Fibonacci sequence to make a code on Fibonacci
Yeah.
sequence.
If you haven't done yet, then you can submit without Fibonacci.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not a mandatory question. Okay, then let's start today's lecture. Okay, from today, programming starts. Those who are very new to programming, those 50% students on the poll, they should be very thorough from here. Okay, don't skip anything. कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, दोबारा पूछो. I'll help you out with the thing. But it's not like that you just skip one slide and the next slide I'll understand. This will not happen in any programming. Okay, so if you are not able to understand, ask me, I'll explain again. But whenever the question is coming on the slides, you just have to solve it and answer it. Okay, so let me share my screen.
First, use your fingerprints to unlock the device.
All right, so I'll open from. All right, so from here we start the C programming. Okay, I hope everyone made the first program, your name.c, your name printing hello world on the screen. Okay, that was very important, because if you have done the first program, now it means that you know how to compile and run a program. Now that won't be a problem for now. Okay, how to compile and run a program, because you have already ran that hello world.c. Now comes the constant variables and data types. First thing in the C programming. Okay, so in this programming language, not in this, many of the programming language, there are these things. So the same thing you find in your keyboard. Letters, which are uppercase and lowercase, A to Z and A to Z. You have digits like between 0 to 9 in your keyboard. You have special characters like comma, dot, question mark, plus, minus, and so on. So many special characters are there. Then space bar is used to have a white space in between. Okay, so these are the character sets. So when we say what are the character sets in a C programming language, so these are the character sets: letters, digits, special characters, and white spaces. So how we'll use that, we'll take a look afterwards. But these are the character sets. Okay. Keywords means they have fixed meaning. Okay, this is important. Always written in lowercase. And there are total 32 keywords in C. Okay, so when we wrote the first program, you remember we written one line, void main. So this is a keyword.
Yes, sir.
Why you ask Nad, why this is written? This is a keyword which a compiler understands that, okay, this is a keyword. I need to start checking the program from me. Therefore, it searches for this keyword name. Okay, and as a function it searches. Yeah. Someone said something in between. Okay. So these are the keywords. So there are 32 keywords. So if you have your C book with you, or if you have internet with you, take a look on those 32 keywords. Okay, so there is one more writing question. Write all 32 keywords. So you have to write and scan and submit. Yeah.
सर सर हमने void में नहीं int main लिखा था सर.
Doesn't matter. अब void और int का डिफरेंस हमने दोनों लिखा था. आई एम नॉट सेइंग हमने वो int int main ही लिखा था.
Okay.
मैंने दोनों तरीके से रन करके दिखाया था, using void main also and using int main also. When we use int main, we have to return something, and if we write void, we don't have to return anything.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, for question second, can we use MS Word?
No, you have to. It should be handwritten.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
At last
comes the yeah. Okay, let's continue with the identifier now. So what are identifiers? Identifier are user defined names. Now this is the distinguish between a keyword and an identifier. Okay, if I will write main and this is main, both are different. This is a identifier and this is a keyword, because these are case sensitive. Keywords are always all are in small letters, as well as they are fixed, only 32. Okay, so except all those 32, if you write something 33rd name, which all are in small, but they are not in the list of 32 keywords, then compiler will not consider as a keyword. It will be considered as an identifier. Okay, so we can say these are two different sets if we studied the set theory. So two disjoint sets, and this is known as keyword, and these are known as identifiers. So keyword cannot be an identifier and identifier cannot be a keyword. Okay. So these are user defined names. We'll use identifiers for sure. Okay. So user defined names, whatever we define, it is a sequence of letters and numbers. Okay. So letters and numbers are, and underscore is also permitted. This means only one special character is allowed. So if I'll say underscore C programming, this is an identifier. C underscore programming, this is an identifier. CP underscore, it is an identifier. If I'll do C question mark P, it is not an identifier because this is not allowed as an this is a special character and it is not allowed in identifiers. So identifier only allow underscore.
So what is the actual meaning of identifier?
We'll come to understand. We are coming to keyword and variables and constant. When we define these variable and constant, we require identifiers. Okay, you just understand that these are the prerequisite for identifier. This means we are giving some name. It's like there is a newborn baby and you are allowed to give a name. Okay, so in that name, these are only allowed. If you use something like C star P, that is not allowed. This is not considered as identifier. So when you write a C program and you define an identifier as C star P, then compiler will give a compilation error.
Sir.
Always, yeah.
So if there is no underscore in between or before,
it's okay.
then
CP is also fine. This is also good.
Will it be an identifier, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sir.
It will be an identifier. There is no compulsory that underscore must be there. I'm just giving this example that underscore is allowed. Okay, and always starts with a letter underscore. Okay, so there is another exception. Like if you write CP1, this is a valid identifier. But if you write 1CP, this will not be allowed. Okay, so remember this thing. So when you sit for a written round of the programming interviews in the companies, they write a program of 4 or 5 lines and they define identifiers. And if suppose they defines like 1CP and then the question is print the output on the screen. Okay, what is the output of this program? So output will be the one of the option which is compilation error because this is an invalid identifier. Okay, so when you start, it's like program will be very fine. So those who forget this step, there must be one answer when you run the program with correct like CP1 and then you run the program. There will be an output which is available in one of the option of ABCD.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. So small c and capital C is case sensitive?
Yes, case sensitive means what?
Sir, these can be used as different variables.
Yes. Bilkul.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Huh?
Sir, if we will use 2 instead of 1, then still it will be valid or not?
Where?
In 1CP.
If you want to use this 2CP.
Yes, sir. 2CP or 3CP or any other number instead of 1.
Your friends will only answer. This is not a good question to ask. See, anyone can answer? Is it valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Invalid.
It's clearly written that. How can you ask this question? You have just qualified JEE. It's written that always start with a letter and underscore. This means number is not allowed. If 1 is a number, 2 is also a number, 3 is also a number. No number is allowed. As simple as that. Allowed length is 31. Okay. This is again something like that. So whenever you find in a program that a big identifier is given, like hello, I am writing identifier name. So something is this big identifier is given. So at that time, quickly it should come to your mind that let's count the number of characters here. If it is exceeding 31, directly compilation. Okay, so the maximum allowed length is 31. Before 31 means 1 to 31 is allowed. If it is zero length means it is not, nothing is defined. So from length 1 to length 31 it is allowed. Cannot use a keyword. We already discussed that these are two different sets. Must not contain any white space. Okay, so if I'm using hello and space and world, these are two identifiers, not one. Okay, and I have to put a comma in between to separate them. If I just do hello space world and then put some value for this identifier, it is a compilation error. Okay, so write a program to print an identifier on a screen, leave this program. This is not required.
Sir, if we comma, then it will be a special character. So how can
No, comma is not a special character. In C program, when we write a program, comma separates two things. Comma and semicolon. We'll come to all these things. Tokens and all, comma is there, semicolon is there. How these are used, that will come on the next slide. Okay, so this is just keyword and identifier. You just understand that there are something which is known as keyword and there is something which is known as identifier, and keywords and identifier are disjoint sets. So when you have a keyword, these are the properties of keyword, and when you have an identifier, these are the properties of identifier. That's it. Now how we use keyword and identifier, let's go to that screen. Okay.
Sir, in
Before
keywords,
that,
void and main are two different keywords.
yes, both are different keywords. Okay, now comes the constant. Constant means you simple thumb rule. Anything that has a fixed value is known as constant. Okay, so what are the constant? Integer constant. So you have 1 if you write +6, if you have 0, -121, -38, this and this. So first line is these all are allowed constant. But you cannot define like 15,700. There should not be any white space in between. Instead, it should be 15700. Like when we write in the bank, when you go to bank or you put something in the bank receipt, it's written like 15,700 rupees. This is allowed in bank, but not in C program. It should be 15700. 20,000. This is not allowed. 500. No, it should be only 500. Okay, if it is USD, rupee, that conversion and all that will come to the program. Okay, so these are the not allowed ones. So these are the integer ones. Similar with the real constant. So 17.524 minus 0.876 all are allowed. Minus 12 E2. Okay, now many of you don't know the meaning of E here. So minus 12 E2 is equivalent to minus 12 into 10 to the power of 2. 0.98 E minus 3 means 0.98 into 10 to the power minus 3. Cleared? So in programming, we use like this. Because in programming, we cannot write like this. Okay, so it's the way of writing when we write in C program. So
sir, doesn't 12E2 come under integer constant, sir?
No, it's a real constant. Why? Minus 12 E2, na? So it's yeah, you see, some real are the part of integer. Obviously, integer is a subset of real. Okay, in mathematics we have studied, but how we represent in programming, it's just a way of I'm right.
Yes.
Okay, so this is not allowed. 7.1 E space 4. Okay, space should not be there. Otherwise, this won't be considered as the real constant. It is a compilation error. 1.2 E plus 7. Okay, if power is positive, don't write it. 1.2 E7 means 1.2 into 10 to the power 7. You don't have to explicitly mention plus sign, which is allowed in integer constant. Okay, this is allowed. Nobody usually does. If you want to have something constant, you directly write 6. We don't prefer writing plus 6. Okay, but plus 6 is allowed. But if you want to do like 1.2 e plus 7, no, this is not allowed. In the power, it is not allowed. Single character constant, this prints SKI value. Anyone can give me the meaning of SKI value? This is very important word, SKI, and why it is used. What is SKI value? Second, why it is used. Don't use internet. If you use internet, you won't remember anything.
So for every letter, there is a special number assigned for that in SKI, that is called SKI value.
So what is the use of that?
Sir,
It can be used to compare between two letters, which comes before what.
No, we can simply write a rule.
So, in binary language
for standardization.
No. Someone said correct in between. Who just speak
It
again.
can be converted
Sir,
to
for standardization.
In computer, we use generally binary language in the form of 0 and 1, and we cannot
Exactly. Perfect answer.
we cannot use the character set, so we assign some values for them. So this is called American Standard Code and International. Sir, I don't know.
Whatever it is, it's okay, fine. You know the meaning, that is important. Finding the full form of SKI is not at all important. Okay, 2-3 people who said correctly all at once, and they are very correct. So what is the meaning? So if you are seeing your keyboard right now, then see how many keys are there. If you are using a laptop, I'm talking about laptop and desktops. So many keys are there, but these keys all has a fixed set of like tables. So there is a table which is known as SKI table. SKI table. And there is an SKI value, and there is a decimal value. So everything, like if you have value a keyboard in A, B, C, D, and numbers like 1, 2, 3, special characters like question mark, exclamatory, and so on, everything which is on keyboard, and also many words which are not available in keyboard. Everything has SKI value. Like small a, I think capital A has 65.
65.
Yeah. So this means
Yes,
this
sir,
can be
65.
converted. Yeah. This means this 65 can be converted into binary value. We have studied binary value before. This is the reason why I told you to study these binary and hex value. Okay, so because everything when you look SKI table in your internet, if you just open internet and see the SKI table, and in the SKI table, you can see all values. There are total, I think, 256 SKI value. Okay, however, in your keyboard, only 108 keys are there. So there are many values which are not be printed from keyboard, but still has a SKI value. Okay, therefore anything which can be taken as input to a computer has an SKI value. So therefore only those value can be converted into binary and then be processed by computer. Okay, so when you press a W key on the keyboard, it's not W which enters the computer. It's no, it enters as a W, but it is not processed as a W. It is processed as a SKI value of W. And therefore small w has a different SKI value, capital W has a different SKI value. Okay, so these are the single character constant. And then comes the backslash character constant. Backslash character I gave one example as \n when I wrote the program Hello World. To bring means to keep that whatever you want to print on the screen on the line, and you use this new line character. This is known as new line character, which brings the cursor to the next line. And there are similarly 12 backslash constant like \t, \b, \n, and so on. So this is your task to write all 12 backslash character constant. Again, this is a writing example. So I think for this class also you require some writing thing. But from the next, most probably there won't be any writing thing. Okay, so whenever we practice all these things in the programming, we'll become very handy to it. We don't have to learn all those things. Okay, as we go on practicing with the programs, these things become very clear to you. What are these things like constant and all those things, and these tokens which have keyword identifier and so on. Okay, so we'll continue with the tokens. We have some more tokens. Strings. Anything inside double inverted commas are string. Okay, we have printed hello world on the screen na, in the printf inside double inverted comma. Everything is a string. This doesn't mean one of mathematics. It's a string. It's not 2 plus 3.05. It's a string. It will not give a compilation error because it is a string. So what is the use of string? We'll take a look afterwards. But these are strings. Then operators. Operator we all know. All kind of operator to perform operations. We have plus, minus, multiplication, division, greater than, lesser than, and so on. Different operators. Then we have special symbols. Curly brackets, round brackets, square brackets, question mark, exclamatory sign, dollar sign, percent sign, and sign, which also known as address sign, and so on. Okay. You don't have to remember these things. When we practice the programs, everything will be clear to you. So what are these things and how we use them. Okay. So when we make the first program, it will be very clear to you. Now comes the variable. Okay. From variable, you'll come to know the meaning of these tokens and character set what we have studied previously. Now this is the important thing. So abhi tak jo confusion hoga, that will be cleared here. Data name that stores data value is known as variable. It always begins with a letter. Length is up to 31 character because variable comes under identifier. Okay. Variables are identifier which stores some constant or variable value. Okay. For example, I'll give an example. Begin with a letter. So obviously it should begin with a letter. If I'll write A, so it's a variable. This is a different variable. This is a different variable. Must not be a keyword. If you define main, if you write main, which is a keyword, this will not be a variable. This will give a compilation error. White space not allowed. MA space IN not allowed. If I do A equals 5, this means in memory, C program will create like you have RAM in your mobile or laptop. Na? So RAM has multiple blocks. Multiple means thousands of blocks. Thousands, not thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of blocks. Depends on the available RAM. So among those, one block is allocated whose name is given as A and a value 5 is allocated here until the program is running. Okay. And this A is a variable which stores the constant 5. Simple. So if you write A is equals to 5, this means there is another variable A which has value 5. These are not two same things. Okay. But if you define main, there will not be any memory created because compiler will say that okay, just hold a second. There is an important call. I just have to pick it up. All right. Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, great.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, so this is not defined as a variable. This is not defined as variable. These are two different variables. Again, these are case sensitive. We have talked and seen here. Must not be a keyword and white space not allowed. So simple. These are variables. So variable contains some value. It may happen that you can also do small a. Okay, so if you want to define b as 8, so this is also allowed. Now it is not like that variable can only have constant values. Variable can also have variable. So if you do a is equal to b, then single equal means assign values from here to here. So this 5 was previously in a. Now a will take the value of b, which is 8. So 8 will come here in the memory. So b is also there, which is having value 8. And a is also there, which is also having value 8. So this will not have b inside it. This is not b. This is 8. EIGHT. 8. Okay. So these are variables. Okay. Now comes the data types. So NSI-C, we have already talked what is NSI-C. Okay. So this is the standard C, which supports 3 classes of data type: primary or fundamental data type, derived data type, and user defined data type. Okay. So currently we'll study primary data type, then we'll have derived data types also, then user defined data types. So these are the primary data type, which is very important to remember. Okay. We'll use a lot. So you have said now why we use int main, char main, because these are data types. Void is also a data type. Therefore, a function always has a data type return. Okay. So it can be an int, it can be a char, it can be a floating point, it can be a double, it can be a void. Okay. Int means obviously we know all type of integers will come here. Char means all type of characters will come. Characters means single character, either A or B or C or D, not A, B, C, D altogether. Then comes the floating point value. Float means anything which has decimal values. Like you can have integer as 1, but if you want to keep 1.0, then it should be a floating point. Then comes double precision floating point. Double precision floating point means if you want to define 1.00000004596, a high precision, then you use double. If you want lower precision like 1.0012, like smaller precision values, then you use float. Otherwise, you use double. Then comes void. Void means nothing. And you will say, why we'll define this data type which has nothing? This is of very important use. But what is its use, that we'll see in the future picture. Now, in memory, yeah.
So can we have 0 in float and double, or negative numbers?
Yeah, we have 0 in integer also, 0 in float also, and 0 in double also. Like here it will be 0. Here it will be 0.0000, whatever is the floating point. Here it will be a 0.00000000. No problem. It depends how you define it. If you define as int, it will be 0. If you define as float, it will be like that. If you define double, it will be like that. And obviously negative values are also allowed for all.
That means decimal is important for float.
Decimal, obviously. If you don't keep, there is a type conversion also. We'll come to know. Okay, so currently this is the meaning. Okay. Now,
how many decimal places differentiate float and double?
This depends on operating system, processor, as well as compiler.
Sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we float
now,
into int?
Yes, can be done. We'll come to those points. We are coming. Don't worry. Okay. Then comes this size and range of basic data types in 16-bit machine. So this I won't explain, this you need to study, because this is a bit typical thing I don't want to teach in the class. Why? Because these you need to understand by yourself. I have told a lot about operating system, processors, how values are processed. So why these ranges are given? Okay, what are these ranges? You people will let me know in the next class. Not now. Why not now? Because some of you know, some of you don't know. So those who will answer today, others who don't know will not understand what is the meaning. Read it first. This is important. So care is a character. Yeah.
Sir, can't we assign negative value in float and double?
Yes, we can assign.
But in range, it's not given that we can assign negative value.
See, this range is not this range. Care. So if range is like -128 to 127, it means character is a letter, na? Why number is given in range? It should be given like A to Z or capital A to capital Z should be care. But well, it's number. What are these numbers?
Oh, ASCII code.
No. You don't have to answer right now. Not today. Hold it for now. In the next
Can
class.
you explain the difference between float and double?
Only the range, only the precision. Float precision is half the double. Means after dot, how many values you want to take? Like 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Like if you take so many 0 and in the end there is 1. But if you define as float, it will take 0 because it is not so much precision. But if you take double precision, it has double than the floating point. So it will take that. So there are some other data type as per your question. If you want to go more than double, there is long double, which has much more precision than double. However, if you use so depth value, it will require much memory. Your program may go slow. Therefore, we try to deal with int these 5 only. But for the special cases, we use other extension like long int, long double, bool, complex and imaginary. Complex and imaginary are the same which you have done in your mathematics. However, these are not much used. Not only these two, all our other extensions are very rarely used in programming. In a practical programming. Okay, theoretically it is there, but when we try to solve some real world problem, we can easily do with all these top 5. Okay, so there's an exercise, write the range and size of each extension, other extension. So find that if you can find out. Also, you have to find out what are these range values, which is assigned, and what are these size in bits. Okay, and are these size or in bits depends on computer to computer, compiler to compiler, or does it remain same for everything? Okay, not right now. I want the answer. If you know the answer, hold it for the next class. First class we'll do in next class is this only. And if I forget, someone please make me remember. Okay. Now how we declare variable, we have already seen. Variable needs to be declared initially in a program. Okay, that if you want to use something like a variable, that then you have to declare it. So variable must be of specific type. Okay, like if you do int a, then you can only assign integer value 5. So memory will be created, a will be there and a 5 value inside it. Okay, if you do like float, which is a data type b, and you try to define a character, say z, it will give a compilation error. It requires a float type. It will require like 7.212. Okay, or in a program you can just keep it like int a, and that's it. You don't want to define some value. You don't have to initialize it. That is also fine.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, as you have written there, int a equal to 5. Instead of 5, if we write 5.2, then
There's a type conversion required. Typecasting. We'll come for typecasting. Okay. I think in the upcoming slide is typecasting. Yeah. Okay. So there is a typecasting required. We are not going to typecasting because there are many who won't understand it. Will be like
teacher
something.
part ले लेंगे.
अब int से float का बता दिया. Float से int का क्या? Okay. Int to float you have told it. What about float to int? What about double to char? What about char to double? So all these things, every kind of conversion is required. Some can be done by implicit conversion, and some needs to be done explicit conversion. For that, for this type of thing, we are coming to the near upcoming slides. Okay, how these conversions happen. Okay, because these needs to be standardized. Okay, so typecasting. But before that, just remember that this is how we assign. If you do int a is equals to 10, this is an assignment operator. This is not that mathematics a is equal to b, or if you want to prove LHS is equal to RHS. If you do like that, this is in mathematics. But when you do in programming, you have to do LHS equal to RHS. Okay, single equal means assignment. This means in LHS, you are assigning the value of RHS. Here, you are checking that either LHS is equal to RHS or not. Okay, so we'll be coming to operators and then we'll study that. So just remember that single equal is used for assignment. Assign the value 10 to A, and how assignment is happening from right to left. You cannot do 10 is equal to A. A variable cannot be assigned to a constant. This is wrong. A is equals to 10 is allowed because assignment is right to left and value 10 is assigned to variable A.
Sir?
So can't we assign words instead of like numbers to variables?
Yes, we can do. Practice that. We are not yet, we didn't yet came to a program. No? We'll be coming to the program in the next class. Making first program will be maybe bit tough for some people, but easy to others. But it will be a good practice when we'll come to do a program and write something. All those issues will be resolved. And even after that, you have some issue, try to do with the program. Like, okay, can we assign this? Can we assign that? The does compiler is giving error, or is it not giving an error? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. So for now, let's stop, and we'll meet tomorrow again, and go with the user-defined data types.
The difference, the meaning of the second point.
Variable must be of specific type.
Yes.
Like it should be like, what is the type of A? It is an integer type. What is the type of B? It is a float type. You cannot do A is equal to 5 directly. You have to use that A is having some type, which is an integer type, which will take value 5. Okay?
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
you have used the single quotes in the float b equals to z single quotes. And what is the these single quotes?
This single quote, this defines that you have putting some character here.
Sir, what if we directly declare the char equals to z? Then should we need to use these single quotes or not?
Try it yourself. Compilation error आएगी कि नहीं अपने आप पता चल जाएगा. And therefore I'm saying to use GCC compiler in Linux because it shows the meaning of error, why this error came and what you should do to replace the error. Because when you have your Linux and do that, many online compilers and Visual Studio based compiler will just say that there is an error, but what type of error it is will not be shown. This is one of the reason I told to use Linux machine and do the programming there. because if you want to test that that if you keep z there without inverted comma, then what type of error compiler will give? Why this single quote is required? There will be a proper one line answer given when you run in a Linux machine. Okay, so try it.
Sir, can we
Sir?
get the notes with your annotations if possible?
No. For that you have to be in the class.
Okay, sir.
If you skip it, you lose it.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, can variable be started with underscore?
Try it. Now trying is important. See, many issues will come in programming. Therefore, C programming is so tricky. You are now getting the feel of it. What if you get an MCQ in industry round, if it's just started with underscore, and a program is given, find the output of the program. One of the option is compilation error, one of the option is a runtime error, and other two options are having some values. If this assignment is right, one of the option is correct. Then if you practice it, then you'll come to know, okay, this is a correct allowable variable, or if it is a non-allowed variable.
Sir, what is the type for string?
Pardon?
Sir, what is the data type for giving the input as a string?
Hold on, we'll come to string. String is a class. We'll study that thing. I think lecture number 13th or 14th.
Sir, there are
Everything
some
will cover.
identifiers that are not variables.
Pardon?
So, are there some identifiers that are not variables?
No, it's not like that.
But
Both are not equal. Identifier. Yes. Variables is a subset of identifier. There are other subsets also. We'll be coming to it. One of the example, just to clear your curiosity, is macros. Okay, we'll study macros. I think that is the second last class of the last class. Okay, and those macros are identifiers but not variables. So we can say identifier is a superclass, a superset, and variable is a subset.
So, sir, we can't use macros to declare the name of variables.
Yes, there is a trick in that. Those who have studied C++, probably they know, or they want to brush again the meaning. Something like hash define is used initially. So all those things have a meaning, particular and peculiar meanings. So hold on for now. You just keep in mind that it is declared like that. Okay. So it's, I think, 12 o'clock. You guys should leave and go for the next class or lunch, whatever you have.
Sure. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
इसी के बच्चे भाई वो MS Teams ज्वाइन कर लो, आज ओरिएंटेशन है, 3rd ईयर वाले लेंगे।
क्लास तो तुम्हें 30 तक है ना? टाइमिंग चेंज हुआ
शाम में ज्वाइन करना है ना वो तो अभी नहीं ना।
हाँ, ब्रांच ओरिएंटेशन है हमारी।
ओरिएंटेशन शाम में ज्वाइन करना है ना।
हाँ 7 PM। अबे बट MS
हाँ
Teams का ग्रुप तो ज्वाइन कर ले।
अच्छा हाँ सॉरी हाँ कर लेंगे।
उद्यम वाला ना?
हाँ, उद्यम।
Hmm.